And while he just tried to chalk it up to the fact that because he's a tall black man or because he's, whatever, that's why they were doing it, not because they just fear black men or just, had a problem with black men. And he actually talked about a white guy at the job that was the same height as him. And even him talking to the different white guys and that particular white guy about, the different white women and, whether they felt, the women, felt intimidated by this white guy's size. And the white guy didn't seem to know what he was talking about. It says, the women seemed rather forward, in his opinion, and not afraid at all, and, actually attracted to the white guy. And the black guy talked about how, when he finally got a chance to be in the elevator with the white guy and white women, a couple white women, that he got to see for himself that the white women looked at that white man the way that those black women that he now admits were looking at him. And so it was kind of embarrassing for him to have to admit that. And I guess I didn't make it any easier for him, and I actually let him know that he himself liked the people restoring honor to America. He had a racism, if you will, just like any rapper or anything else. He had a racism against black women, and black women speak about a lot. They often speak about, the fact that since the rap world, the whole rap phase, where black males started, just hiring these white girls to be in rap videos and going to these parties with these white girls and whatnot, that black women felt like black men had actually moved away from the sisters, as they called it, and that many black women now feel that black males are prejudiced, are actually not so much prejudiced because everybody has their preferences, but racist toward black women. And when I broke down for them what racism means, meaning being proud of one's race, which is why I don't, I always chastise black people for getting mad when white folks talk about white stuff and having a white neighborhood and having a white school and a white this and a white that, even if they don't say those words exactly. When blacks complain about a company or a business being all white, I have to point out to them that there are plenty of black businesses that are all black, and black people actually like it that way. So, you can't get mad at white people for promoting their white people because that's their economy, that's their future, that's their focus. Just like black people, when they're in their right mind, promote their blackness, their black people, the black economy, and the things that are important when it comes to raising their black children and making their black children the best that they can be. So when I kind of broke it down for the young ladies, that it's not so much that these black males are racist. What they have become is dysfunctional promoters of white supremacy. And that's something that is done on a daily basis. First of all, being a black male that perhaps goes to a white school or white college. Well, you are put in the position of, one, suddenly being surrounded by all of these white girls now, and two, having to give up some of yourself in order to fit in. And so that starts the programming, watching things on television, the advertising and whatnot, that basically says white people are wonderful and black people are criminals. That black males you see the black males in the commercials that are smiling and happy because they have this white woman, even though they don't say it in those words. You see him with the white woman, and they're just as happy as can be. And then you see a commercial where this black woman is a single mom, or she's always in the advertising by herself or with a child. And when they talk about black neighborhoods or black communities or whatnot, you are able to see more black male, black woman with black children. But for the most part, when you're watching 90%, sometimes as much as 98% of the commercials, you're seeing that promotion of black males with white women. And now, of course, over the past 3 or 4 years, you're seeing more of the promotion of black women, usually of a college age or a young adult age, with white men, and just as happy as clams to be in this white world. So, this discussion kind of led into, of course, what we spoke of yesterday, the whole fact that because of all of the dishonorable and downright negative things that whites have infected blacks with in order to even get to the point where blacks were subjected to the slave trade. Because remember, a lot of things had to occur before blacks even got to a weak enough point that the slave trade was even possible. When the first initial attempts at it, blacks fought like, their villages, their kingdoms, their lives depended on it, because they were, absolutely appalled that someone would even want to enslave them. But over time, going to the weaker members of the civilization, or the kingdom, the village, the tribe, whites were able to infiltrate and infect enough people that they actually had blacks working against blacks for the benefit of whites. And so over centuries of that, you now have a huge amount of black people that actually work every day for the benefit of whites to the detriment of blacks.